And hello there, YouTubers. How's it going for you guys today? This is CD Mangeka. I'm bringing you some domination gameplay on Summon. This is a pretty good spawn trap that we do. It's pretty much picture perfect, and so there's gonna be some really boring parts of the game where I'm basically just sitting, waiting for my guys to come because it's the area in which I'm supposed to be controlling. And this is basically just what it looks like to. This is like the getting the low end of the spawn trap, really. I mean, we all get pretty high KDs and good scores, but just to show you that when you spawn trap, you're not going to be running around a lot, and so you're going to be doing a lot of just camping and waiting, and that's all the spawn trap is, really just pushing up far enough, holding the enemy in their spawn by camping over a transition area. And so Black Dragon and I were in charge of the A-bomb side, and so we watched this little catwalk area, and we just come here the entire game. So this is all you're going to see, just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like for nice spawn trap. We lose B right off the bat, though, but so I do a little help come up here and pick off a couple guys, hold it down real fast for my teammates to come up, because I don't want to hop on B. I want to cut off traffic from B, but we got a guy capping it, I think, right about now. So no big deal, no big deal. Get flashed. I'm going to divert from the gameplay for a moment to talk about a different topic, and it's something that we've all, heard, been bitched about and whatnot, and everybody's, said this at one point or another. But, I've also, I discussed this for women in my party, but after a little trip to the Huppet forums and kind of getting a little slammed on, because I don't keep up on the Huppet forums. I don't really read every single forum out there, and so I just basically ask a question, and then I kind of finally figured out the conclusions of it, and I've come to my own assessment of it. And what the heck is it I'm talking about? Well, I'm talking about the perk Ghost, and is it overpowered or is it not overpowered? And I've looked at it, and at one point or another, I thought, yeah, it's overpowered as hell. Treyarch needs to do some nerfing of it. There's some things that they can do about that. But people that Huppet forum generally kind of disagree with me, and I'm thinking, okay, why would that kind of be? And then I kind of thought about for a minute. I came up with a few reasons why my party in general thinks that Ghost is a little overpowered. First thing is first, we played a game on Firing Range Demolition in which we lost. 4 of the 6 guys were running Ghost. Annoying as hell, so our spy planes weren't doing anything, but that wasn't the only reason why we lost. Nobody was getting map control. We were frantic. It was one of those games where I felt like we were a bunch of randoms, and we even got spawn trapped on the offense, and it was another horrible game. It was just a flashback to another game on Firing Range where the exact same thing happened to us, except the guys weren't running Ghost. And so, it was our fault there, and offense on Firing Range has the shittiest spawn ever. I mean, if you're on defense in Firing Range, you're always going to win it because of just the shitty spawn that is on offense. And it's just one reason why Ghost isn't overpowered is, it's been in every other COD before, and it's like never been that big of a deal. And even in Black Ops, I think it's not even that big of a deal. Like one Ghost guy isn't that big of a deal. And the thing, because you can still see the other guys on the radar, and honestly, the Ghost guy has to go the same way the guys without Ghost have to go. And so, while you might not be prepared for him, you should be able to still take him out if you do know where the enemy spawns. Like in the spawn trap, I wouldn't worry about Ghost right here because I know that he's going to be coming down to this way or one of the other areas. And so a problem that we have with Ghost is that my team, when we don't get map control, we get frantic, and so Ghost has a variety of options to sneak up on us. But the deal is that's not really the case. It's just proof that, okay, if we're having problems with Ghost, then my team is not yet. We're not holding down the enemy tight enough yet. We're not at that point yet where we can do it. And so, if we can get a decent spawn trap on, and then when we should, and if we are, we'll know it too. We're not getting a good spawn trap on though because these guys, Ghost is a big deal for us. But that is why I'm trying to develop the spawn trapping system so we can lock the enemy down their spawn, and then we don't have to worry about that thing. And I argue that Ghost is a little overpowered because you compare it to the other first perks, there's not really much of a reason to use the other first perks. But the other first tier perks are darn good in their own right. I like using Lightweight. Hardline is still a favorite perk of mine. Flak Jacket is amazing. And, I made an argument that, first, Flak Jacket only works when you're getting naded, not all the time. And, well, a guy countered me, well, Ghost doesn't work all the time. It only works when there's a spy plane up. I'm like, right, shoot, I forgot that. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute. Another reason why my party whines about Ghost is because we actually inflate the appearance of it. Because namely, every single person on our team runs spy planes. I have every single guy on the team do it, and so we constantly get spy planes up in the air. And because of that, 2 things occur. One, we develop this habit of needing the radar in order to see the enemy and being comfortable with it. And that's not nearly a bad thing, but it will hurt our game with Ghost because it's just we don't think about where the enemy is spawning and where they're running. And so that's a little bit of a bad thing. That's a little bit of a bad thing. I'm just saying. And then just like 2, we really do overinflate how much Ghost appears and how big of a deal it actually is, because it's just like, well, if we didn't have the spy planes, we wouldn't even need to worry about Ghost. And so, with those things being said, I can see now why Ghost isn't overpowered and why I would think it's overpowered. It's just because my party gets spy planes all the time. Ghost users become more noticeable to us, and so they get a little more annoying. And because this isn't in Cold-Blooded, we would see the occasional guys with Cold-Blooded Modern Warfare 2, but they weren't a very big deal. I mean, I would always kill a guy with Cold-Blooded, because I would just know, naturally, when I was holding down an area, where guys would be coming from. I wouldn't worry about being flanked, per se, but I would always know where a guy would be trying to approach me from. And so I could just watch that area. And in Black Ops, my team has a hard time still kind of trying to figure that mental process out. Because, I mean, new game, we don't have all the, all the big YouTube commentators haven't really released anything good about where the enemy routes are, how to hold them in their spawn. I mean, it's in the textbook of Black Ops is still being written in its infancy, and with my spawn trapping guide, it's not really being published broad scale. I mean, like my team sees it, but even then we do have some problems with it, and even then I do modify it a bit. It's just my spawn trapping guide is really more like a starting guide of how to spawn trap. And then if you think that it needs to be edited, go ahead and edit it to your heart's content. I mean, there's room for that, in every online thing or in every practice of the thing. So, what is my party gonna do about the Ghost thing? Well, we can't really do anything about it, and I don't think Drake will ever nerf it, and I don't think it needs to be nerfed. Ghost, one guy with Ghost is fine. When a whole team runs Ghost, it gets annoying, but then again, maybe I do need to shut up and just take it to heart, stop relying on the radar so much. I mean, I could probably go back to Modern Warfare 2 with my full party. We could probably nobody run spy plane, and we could, be phenomenal, because I mean, we just know where the enemy runs. We just know that automatically. We know where the enemy spawns pretty much automatically. Whenever we force it, we know where they're spawning. So maybe it's just like I need to work on learning my map knowledge about, spy planes, and maybe I just need to get my party to stop running the spy planes. Maybe my Slayers should run Blackbird chopper gunner dogs. Maybe we need to start doing that, and so that we cut down the amount of spy planes up in the air, and therefore our reliance on it. And we just got to start working on our map knowledge. If I have to force myself to do that, basically I will. So I'll discuss it with my party in general. This is just discussing it with my party, and also my bit of opinion, and kind of a bit more. It's a level-headed. I feel better about the Ghost perk. Just like, yeah, it's not that bad. Wow, I'm just being stupid shitheaded over it. But it's just like, to me, Ghost is the only real perk that has that much potential to be abused. But then again, do I really need the radar, or is it just my excuse for not knowing the maps well enough? So, Black Ops is in infancy right now. We're learning the game as it is. I have a feeling once we do get everybody to push up into the spawn trap, if I just go over with everybody in a private match, just get everybody set up into the spots, I think at that point we will pretty much be golden. So, but it's all up to see. We'll see how that goes down. But, I've talked about it. I felt a little bad about it, namely just because I felt stupid for going to the Hubbit forums and going like, oh, okay, never mind, And they did close my topic on the Hubbit forum because so many people talked about it, but, I mean, it's just okay. But, with the short, brief thing as it was, I'm glad at least, it kind of just, like, got me level-headed about Ghost, and so I'm not ranting Raven. It's got the facts straight. It's not emotion, it's logic, and so... But it's good to talk to people. And it's also good just to share things with you guys. And I mean, Ghost is definitely a problem for us right now. But I have a feeling once we learn the maps, spawn points, and routes, if we can all think spawn way out of spawn, I think we'll all be golden. And deathmatch will be annoying, yeah, but we don't play that a lot of deathmatch. So why even bother? Anyways, thank you guys for watching this commentary. That's just a little opinion and a little bit of reasons why Ghost isn't overpowered, but it could be overpowered, I suppose you could say. This has been CD Mangekka. Hope you enjoyed the commentary and the spawn trapping. Bye.